Hey, Blue Table fans, it's time for another War Machine rules lesson thing. And today we're going to talk about spray attacks. This could be a scattergunner's blast of molten fragments, or it could be a fiery breath attack, or in the case of my army, the Pureblood Warpwolf has what's called a Death Howler attack, which is like a sonic cone. And let's take a look at the spray template. That's what that looks like. Spray attacks are either 6 inches, 8 inches, or 10 inches long. I don't have a 10-inch template. I don't know why that is. The Pureblood's Death Howler attack is a 10-inch template, but since I don't have one, we'll just use this for the sake of demonstration purposes. So to make a spray attack, you center the template laterally. That means on its side over an eligible target. That would mean somebody that he could see. So if he were right here, for example, and by the way, I don't know why you've lined these mechanics up in front, but there you go. I couldn't target, so I'd have to have line of sight. And so here, this base actually takes up a larger volume, so I could see them over the heads of these smaller bases. However, if the situation were reversed, say we had 2 of these guys, because in War Machine you have to imagine each model is a cylinder that has a set height associated with it, which is a rule that I love, by the way, because it means that like you can mount your guys on higher bases. There's never any question about who can see what. So this, I couldn't target this guy right here. I don't know why I would want to, but there you go. But I could target him. So you have to center the template over the target that you pick. So let's go ahead and just do this guy. So you center it over him. You also have to put it on the narrow end on the nearest point of your guy. So you can't do a spray off of the side like that. It has to be a direct one that goes straight forward. Now, let's say I wanted to affect both of these guys. Well, there I'm only hitting 1, and here I'm only hitting 1. But since I can see this mechanic right through the middle of them, I can target that mechanic. And as you can see, the template will touch both of the demolition core guys there. And I could target, you can target things that are outside of the range of the spray template as well. And in the rulebook it shows something that's just outside, but I'd imagine it could even be something, you know, way outside, like this guy. I have line of sight to him because he's so tall. So I could conceivably, if I wanted to do something like this, I could try and center it over that guy and actually touch the models that I wanted. So there's very specific rules about how you can place this template. But the main thing is it takes a direct line between the very front closest portion of this model's base and over the center of the target. And then once you determine that, anything that's even partially overlapped, clipped in the smallest degree, is affected by the spray template. Here's another interesting feature of a spray attack, is that it is not affected by stealth, intervening models, concealment, or cover. So, for example, these models are in a forest. So let's say I went ahead and targeted this guy like this. This model, neither of them would get concealment from the attack. In fact, it just narrowly misses that guy, in fact. Also, models that are in melee are not hit. So, for example, let's say, models in melee can be hit. So let's say we had a situation like this where my stalker was in combat. Let's give him a more worthy foe. Let's give him this demolition core as his, the person that he's attacking there. So the Death Howler could say, you know what, I'm going to center the template over this guy, and it doesn't touch my guy, but it does touch him. So that's legal. And in fact, I could go like this even and just target him. And that is a feature of War Machine, is you can fire into combat, but if you miss, there's a randomization and you could hit somebody else, but not so with spray attacks. So that makes them very effective to clip things that are in melee and only hit exactly what you want. However, I couldn't do something like this. The spray attack, if it goes over an obstruction or something that completely blocks line of sight, it wouldn't affect this guy on the other side of the obstruction. It would stop. So now that we determine who's hit, in this example, it would be all three of these guys. This would be the one that I had chosen as the target. Then you make attacks. So the Warp Wolf's ranged attack roll is 5. If you want to boost them, you have to boost each one individually. You can't just boost once and start rolling 3 dice against each guy. So I'd start rolling to hit. That would be a 14. That's probably a hit. That would be a 13. And then 3 plus 5 is 8. That would probably be a miss there. And then I'd start rolling damage. Same thing. You'd have to boost every one that you wanted to boost. And in this case, the damage is 14, so I'd roll damage here. Not boosted in this case, roll damage there. And then this guy was not hit, so of course I would not roll damage against him. And that is how to do a spray attack in War Machine and Hordes. I'd also like to remind everybody that we do paint miniatures on commission. We have lots of secondhand armies that come in, some painted, some unpainted, some new or like new in box or blister. We also do commissions. That is our main thing that we do. You say what you want us to do, and we make it happen in relatively short order. You can also send in models that you already have to be assembled or painted, and we also have specials called turbo armies, and that's where you leave it all up to us, and it's a flat amount for a certain amount of points. In any case, we can accommodate you in almost every count, and we are very good at working within a budget and giving advice. And we can also do super higher end stuff like sculpting or specialty base work and also high-end painting. So contact me. My information's in the liner notes.